Hello everyone. The topic of discussion in this video is greenflation. It is a problem we are facing today as we try to transition from the traditional energy-led economies to what we call as the green energy-led economies. What is this problem all about? We see today the prices of several metals, minerals, and other natural resources are on the rise. And all these metals, minerals are the ones which are required for us to develop what we call as renewable technologies. In order to build any technology, we need certain raw materials. And for building the green technologies, we need especially the aluminum, copper, lithium. These are very much essential. In the last 1 year, the prices of aluminum have risen by almost 75%. The prices of copper have risen by 100%. It's not just that. Even the crude oil prices have gone up. If you look at the WTI, that is West Texas International Standard of Crude, it has gone up to $83. It was hovering somewhere around 40s. Same goes with Brent. The Brent crude, which was at 42, 43 a year ago, it has gone up to $86 per barrel. Why are these things happening? Why the prices of these minerals and metals are rising constantly? This is happening because the demand for greener technology is on the rise as well. We today, nations across the world, want the wind energy and the solar energy to be fueling their economies, not the traditional fossil fuels. Why? Because the fossil fuels leave a greater carbon footprint. Not only the demand by the economies as a whole, even the activists in these countries, activism by ESG groups, the environmental, social, and the governance groups as we call them, they are also putting pressure on the governments to actually bring in legislations or bring in stricter regulations in order to move to greener technologies so that there is less pollution in their country. Intentions have been clear by the governments, be it the developed countries or the developing countries, including India. We have clearly, in no uncertain terms, we have mentioned that we are going to go green in the next few decades. We want to reduce our footprint, that is the carbon footprint. For this reason, we have started to mount the restrictions on mining, smelting of metals like your aluminum and copper. We have brought in stricter legislations for this purpose. By doing this, you're going to cut the production of maybe your crude, of your metals which are required to build your green energy or green infrastructure. Along with that, we have good intentions to go green. All of this has led to the demand to surge for these minerals. What can be done? We have to understand that the transition is always better if it is gradual and not a sudden one. We have to allow for now the dirty production of these minerals, dirty production in the sense we have the crude and other metals. Let them be produced. Let the restrictions not be so stringent. At least these must help the production of greener technologies and greener infrastructure so that we are future ready. We have to make the ESGs understand, as well as the government should understand, that there are huge pitfalls of high inflation. Higher inflation in these commodities will lead to the rise in prices of almost every other good and service that is produced in the economy. And we clearly know higher inflation would actually be working against the very wish of ours, that is sustainable development. The key takeaway can be this: only a transition which is not highly inflationary will lead to sustainable development. If we risk high inflation in the dream of becoming greener economies all of a sudden, it would lead to ugly social problems like inequality and poverty rising again. It would defeat the entire purpose altogether. So, greenflation is nothing but the inflation that can happen in your economy on a larger scale due to the rising prices of those commodities, minerals which are required to build the greener infrastructure. And this happens just because we are going to put more restrictions on those activities to draw these raw materials from the environment. Thank you for watching. Hope this video will be liked, shared and commented upon, and please do subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.